I shall. Excellent! Margaret, wings again!
Bungling.
Nothing to wet your whistle, stranger. Yes, I remember him. You all want to speak to my boss over at the bar.
I hear Hubert's gang got their hands.
What do you want?
I think I've got a boy.
You think they'll sell some... Go get your own
Hey,
drink.
You're that...
What can I get for you, friend? What? Did they put you up to this? Huh. If they can get the Warden Commander to do their dirty work, they can afford to pay me more. You might have a point there. It'll take me some time to move stuff out of the way. Come back soon and it'll be ready. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Something I can do for you, friend? Just darkspawn raids outside the city. Everyone's keeping close to Amaranthine. And who are you supposed to be that's asking? A dwarf? Truly? Well, I suppose I... Well, never mind that. I haven't seen that fellow Christoph for almost a week now. Not sure where he went. His room's paid up to the end of the month. I guess he expected he'd be here a while. Of course. Here you go. It's the last room at the end of the hall. If he comes back and gets upset, however, it's on your head.
I've got a sore on my foot from working in the field.
We should rise up. Huh? Once I get another ale.
I shall do it. Very well.
Delilah? Is that really you?
Nathaniel, I had feared the worst.
Times must have been hard, Delilah. But you can do better than this. Come back to the estate until we find somewhere else.
What? Oh, Nathaniel, I didn't marry Albert out of desperation. I adore him. I was so glad to get away from Father's evil. This life is so much better.
Father's evil? Isn't that overstating things a little? He got caught up in politics.
You weren't here. You didn't see what he did, Nathaniel. You want the culprit who destroyed our family? It was him, without question.
I had no idea.
Of course you did. But you always worshipped Father, right from when you were a little boy. Come, brother, let us sit and catch up a bit, shall we?
She said she wants me to come back. Once all this is done. Meet her husband. She's due by the spring. She seems happy. She said Father deserved to die. I still can't believe it. I thought he had his reasons. It was a war for Andraste's sake. Before I went to the Free Marches, he was never... How could he have changed so much? And nearly destroyed us all in the process. I wish I'd known some of this sooner. I feel like such a fool. Now please, let's get back to our business. I need to think.
Let us end this! No orders shall be given!
I call the Darkspawn. Just die.
Warden Commander! Thank the Maker you're finally here. I was afraid our messages never got through to you. Yes. Thank you for coming to the Guild. We need your help. Our caravans are being attacked. The wagons are burnt to ashes, and there have been no survivors. It's gotten worse lately. People from the neighbouring villages have found guards torn limb from limb and left in the village square. We don't know for sure. Communication has been difficult with the attacks, but people in the area said they saw monsters lurking in the shadows. Whatever it is, it's completely crippled trade between Amaranthine and Denerim. No one wants to travel the road through the Wending Wood. Can the Grey Wardens help at all? Others start making excuses when they hear how brutal the killings have been. Our caravans are being attacked. I promise, yes, that much is clear.
No.
If you can stop the killings, the Merchants Guild will make a hefty donation to your organisation. You have my promise.
I'm all that's left of my family. My wife, my son.
I see you got my letter, Commander. It's an honor to meet you. In the flesh. The less you know of me, the better. But by some, I am called the Dark Wolf. In the depths of the city, there is murmuring. Murmuring that nobles want you dead. I'd like to help. You are? I thought perhaps the first Dark Wolf was killed or imprisoned. You must admit that your current position does not leave time for shadow games. You see, I have hopes that the Wardens will prove more fit to rule this land than the late Arl Rendon Howe. His confederates are the conspirators. But to unearth their identities, I'll need resources. 50 sovereigns. Too rich for you? I will wait.
You're Rendon Howe's little blighter.
That's one way of putting it.
They talked about you in the army. Fergus Kuzlin said you wouldn't have the stones to show your face again, but you proved him wrong. I respect that.
As there is but one world, one
Throw
life,
caution to the
one
wind.
death.
Run it shall be done. Headlong into danger and sod the cut.
Well, if it isn't the Warden Commander, how have you been? I suppose congratulations are in order. And you. I hear the Darkspawn are not retreating as they should. It sounds like the Wardens have their hands full. I'd offer to help, but I'm afraid my presence is required elsewhere. The College of the Magi is convening in Cumberland, and I must attend. Hopefully, all this will blow over before it's begun. But you have enough on your mind as it is. I shan't trouble you with this further. Very well. Then perhaps you should know that something stirs within the fraternities. The Libertarians wish to pull away entirely from the Chantry. And if they get enough support...
Pull away entirely? That's madness. I hate Chantry oversight as much as the next mage, but they can't just decide to leave. This is a recipe for disaster.
The mages will never be free. The Chantry would never allow it. Our only hope for survival is to show them we can be trusted. Don't you remember what happened to the Circle in Ferelden? Do you want to give the Templars another excuse to call for the culling of all mages? This change cannot be forced. Because the only other option results in genocide. Now, I have a great many preparations to make before I leave for Navarra. But perhaps there is something you can do for me. One of my colleagues, Ines, has spent the last few months in the Wending Wood. The Circle has been unable to reach her, given the trouble in the area. If you happen to find yourself in the wood on your travels, perhaps you could tell her about the meeting of the college. Oh, who knows, rooting around in the dirt for some obscure plant or other, most likely. She has a keen interest in gardening. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant botany. Hobbies and eccentricities aside, Ines is a well-respected mage and a voice of reason, something we could use on our side. But I can't waste any more time. Good luck to you, Warden Commander.
May I help you? I am fortunate indeed that the Commander of the Grey has taken a personal interest in this matter. I'm sorry our note was vague, but Amaranthine is a hotbed of Maleficar activity. Details of who and what they were about would undoubtedly get back to them. I have worked with an artist to create these sketches of the three suspects. If you could confront them and question them, you would be doing the Maker's work.
The guards. The guards. They won't let him. He will leave the city, but it's dangerous outside the walls.
It's not like Karam to be gone this long. I was sure I would find him at the inn. We must follow the example of Andraste and reflect upon the chant of light. Your friends and neighbors will be well.
As you say,